Hi guys, it's Monday. On the bike for a threshold session today. Got 2 by 24 minutes with 8 minutes recovery, so big long efforts and not a crazy long rest. So see how we get on with those. Gonna just finish my warm up now, done my seated sprints. Bit off plan now. So I think I'm going to do a 30-second sprint and then like what I'm calling a limit sprint. So I'd go full gas, and the idea is the power should be declining, but I should, I guess, try and go for a high heart rate as possible, higher RPE as possible. So spike the power, but then push on the pedals as much as possible. So the power should gradually come down, but my heart rate should continue to go up. See what those are like. Basically just like mental training, that sort of absolute full out sprint. Only going to do one of those, so I'll do a 30-second sprint, and then one of those I'll do the same on Wednesday when I got another threshold session. So this week I'm doing threshold Monday, Wednesday, and then I've got a race on 10 mile TT on Friday. Crack on with my big long efforts today, see how we get on with them. Wasn't feeling absolutely spent yesterday, which made it, well, I did have a bit of a lighter week because I was recovering from the crash. But yeah, felt good on Sunday to get out on the bike after the race, which was good because first 3 weeks of doing a race on a Saturday, got to Sunday and I'm like, no, can't be asked to ride today. So that was good. Like I say, feeling good today, so crack on with the session and see what the numbers are looking like. Had to work hard for that, very muscularly fatiguing, but yeah, got it done, and similar power to 2 weeks ago, which really isn't too bad considering that I wasn't able to train as much last week, recovering from the injury. So it's not surprising that the power was slightly down, only by a couple of watts. Bit of a lack of confidence. I never normally do. I was aiming to never do this, but end up doing it today, where I looked at before I did my first effort, I looked at my average power from last week and thought, oh, I need to match that or exceed it. Whereas for every other session, I don't look at the power from the previous couple of weeks. Like, I have an idea, but I don't have a look at it beforehand. I just do the effort to feel and then try and match the power for the session. And then it has been the case for the past 4 or 5 weeks that the power's steadily been going up, but that's just been off instinct each session. So yeah, I shouldn't have done that, because then went a bit too hard in that first effort to try and exceed the power from 2 weeks ago, and then that second effort, yeah, I wasn't able to match it. So yeah, a bit disappointed at that. A little bit of a tickly throat, I'll be honest, and I checked my sleep on my watch from last night, and heart rate was a bit elevated, so probably a potential risk of illness coming through, so need to be careful with that over the next couple of days. Have some paracetamol, rest up properly. Hopefully that doesn't become a thing, but if it does, then just have to deal with it. If I'm not feeling good on Wednesday, then don't do the session and try and see if I can be on form for Friday to do the race. Still be optimistic about it, assume that I can kick it out of my system tonight and tomorrow, and be absolutely fine for training on Wednesday and then racing on Friday. So just play it by ear, play the cards are dealt. Hi guys, it's Tuesday. Just playing it safe today and doing 2 hours, like easy zone 2 with some TT work, because throat was feeling a bit tickly and I slept like 12 hours and my heart rate was a bit more elevated than usual. So probably a bit of illness in the system, so want to make sure that's all good. Probably 50-50 whether I'll do a session tomorrow, just see how I feel, and ideally just be recovered for Friday for 10 mile TT. So yeah, nice and easy today. Get some positioning work done there, so yeah. Hi guys, it's Wednesday. Unfortunately, I've got a little bit of a cold coming through, so just being sensible and trying to keep it at bay so I'm good to race on Friday. Nothing too major, but picked up something wrong on Monday, and then wasn't feeling great Tuesday, not feeling great today. So yeah, just 2 hours easy like zone 1, zone 2 sort of thing, and doing some TT work. Definitely wouldn't do me any good to do a session today, so just the easy ride, then proper 1 hour recovery ride tomorrow, and then hopefully I'll be all good for Friday for the 10 miler. I think my legs are feeling better today. Felt very heavy Monday, Tuesday, and they're not feeling as bad on the pedals today, but yeah, still want to be sensible. Feeling better today, but still not 100%. Just doing a 1 hour recovery ride today, and then hopefully I should still even be feeling better tomorrow. So, but we'll just have to see. It's not super bad, like, but it's not ideal. So, yeah, just have to see how we do tomorrow. Spinning out the legs today. Took the dogs for a walk, and yeah, just an hour. Hour zone 1 now. Got some embrocation cream, which I'm gonna like warm up the skin, and then if there's water, it's meant to warm you up when it gets wet. So I put that on, and it doesn't seem to be doing. There's like no heat sensation at all. It's not like deep heat. So I don't know if that's just bunk or quite what the cream I got. So it's not an irritant for me at least. So if it's wet tomorrow, then I can lather it on and. Might give me a benefit, might not. The CTT races, there's a site called Spin Data, which estimates how the race is going to play out. Based on my previous race, it thinks I'm going to come second tomorrow, and I'm starting quite early. I'm like the 25th starter, so there's a good chance I'm going to be overtaking quite a lot of people, and it reckons that I'll have overtaken 7 people by the finish, so needs to be aware of that. Look out for people coming up in front of me. I think I can win tomorrow, definitely. Aiming for a good sub 20 performance, like 390, 400 watts on from the 4 eyes, which is above 400. I know, because my left leg's weaker. Even with the illness, I should be able to put down a really good performance that was significantly better than my time trial 4 weeks ago. And I think my position's better. Like, conditions should definitely be better. Going to be like a bit of a crosswind on the way out. It's a faster course. Everything in my favour for doing a good time. So yeah, just need to see what I have in the legs tomorrow. Really, it's good that I'm feeling a lot better today, and it's been getting better over the past few days after obviously not been 100% this week. So yeah, have to get out there and see how it goes. To anyone that thought that my whoosh is worse than Zwift, can you do that in Zwift? Can't dab in Zwift. I appear to be stuck. No, we're going again. I got stuck in some tar. I wasn't moving anywhere. I was just checking my wheels, and I think my tyre exploded. So I'm gonna have to check what's gone on there. So I put this valve extender on to make it easier to blow up. But yeah, don't know what's happened there. That's a bit annoying. Now, I like to run those 25mm latex tube tyres at 90 psi, and because of without the valve extender, I have to use a funny adapter, and I can't get pressure in using the pump as well, and I just can't reliably get it to a high pressure. So the highest I could get it to, I reckon, based on just like the skin tension, it's definitely not as high as this tyre at 90 psi or this tyre at 90 psi, which are both 25s latex tubes. So I reckon it's like 70-80 psi, and I don't want that uncertainty really. Like I want to know exactly what my tyre pressure is, like, and if something goes wrong, it'd be like, okay, I know that I was running 90 psi rather than 60 psi in the front, and like if I have a front tyre puncture, then it's like, that was fucking stupid. So what I've done is I've just taken the aero skewer off the Zip 404, put it on my 9 Velo wheel, because I'm able to pump this tyre up properly. So yeah, I'll just run this tyre tomorrow. I've actually got some TPU inner tubes coming, which are longer valves. They're like 85mm valves, so those will go perfect in the 404. And those are pretty much the same rolling resistance as a latex tube. It's meant to be just as good, really. Plus, it's not gonna be the faff of pumping it up, so I can actually know what pressure I'm running. Even if this fails me tomorrow, I'll be glad I did that, because at least I knew what pressure I was running, sort of thing. So yeah, There's only like a very small chance it would fail on me. Like I've ridden it loads of times at that pressure and it's been fine, but I just don't want to have that uncertainty really. So yeah, we'll go with that tomorrow and know that I can pump my tyres up how I want them. I've actually done some arts and crafts to make my own numbers, in case the numbers they have on the day are really big and they won't fit in the pockets. And I'd ask if these are allowable. I made these little sleeves with the plastic sheath, and there's paper inside. So yeah, that's something. Really overthinking everything, aren't I? All ready for an early start tomorrow morning. Morning guys, it's Friday, just gone 7:30, so early start today, getting out to Hull to do a 10-mile TT. So a little bit of tickle still in the throat, but I'm hoping that I've kicked the illness out of my system with doing 3 days easy, and I'm not going to make things any worse, but equally I understand that I could be making things worse by doing this race, so but that's just a risk I'm willing to take really. So yeah, get out there, see how I do, be sensible for the next couple of days, and hopefully I'm fully recovered. But yeah, like I say, a couple of days easy, so I'm hoping this is just the end of the illness where your throat's like quite sore from battling it, I guess. But yeah, I'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I feel all right, just tiny little bit of a cough, but I haven't been bad this whole week. Like it's been a mild cold if anything, so I think I should be fine. But yeah, get out there and race. It should be fun. Slightly better conditions than last time, but yeah, it's not going to be amazing. Quite a strong wind and not super warm, obviously, being in the UK. But hopefully not pissing rain like last time. Arrived, just making my way to the clubhouse. It looks like a nice day, so hopefully it stays this way. My numbers have been approved by mission control, so just gonna put my skin suit on. Got an hour before my race now, so get everything ready and start warming up. Bike's ready, I'm ready. Got 35 minutes before the start, so start warming up on the rollers and then head towards the start, 5-10 minutes before. 8 minutes before the start, just heading to the start now. Wish me luck. Really big thank you to the marshals. I'm an absolute moron. I couldn't find the start. I was riding along the road and I'm like, surely I've missed it, surely I've gone past it, and it was some little lay-by that I didn't see. But yeah, I just had to keep going along the road, and I arrived about 30 seconds after my start time, so I was like, oh fuck, I thought I wasn't going to be able to ride, but thankfully they just said, okay, we'll slot you in when there's a next open slot, next person, when someone doesn't show up basically. And she gave me her coat to keep warm, so, and I only had to wait for about 5 minutes, so like 5 riders go, and then I was able to start, so that was very much appreciated, because I was like, yeah, obviously it was my fault, and I was thinking because of that rookie error I wasn't going to be able to race, and that would have been annoying having driven here, even though I'm not feeling too well. But yes, got out hard, raced it well. It was really windy, really big, like cross headwind on the way out, I'd say. So it was good that I definitely, like, negative split. It was probably like quite even split in terms of speed, but like big positive split, probably a decent like 20, 30, 40 more watts on the way out, just because it was going into a bit of a headwind. But yeah, really big crosswind. For the four bridges you had to navigate, for all of those I dug in to go to like 450 watts to try and get over them, just to maintain a little bit more speed. I overtook probably 4 or 5 other riders, so yeah, and it was a decent outing. I think I was just outside 20 minutes, so 20 minutes and a couple of seconds, 20 minutes and change, because I start my Wahoo 10 seconds before the start when they're holding me up ready to go, and paused it a few seconds after, and it was 20:19 on the Wahoo. Haven't looked at the power, I'll have a look later, but yeah, felt alright. Like, the throat obviously is not great, but I don't feel like I'm dying, so I think I've got lucky that maybe the illness was pretty much out of my system, so hopefully I haven't made anything too worse from racing today. With my lack of training, my heart rate was well up there. Last time the highest heart rate I got up to was on the last time trial, because my training was higher. Highest heart rate I got up to was like 175,
I was at 175 after about 30 seconds, mate. I was in the 180s for most of that ride, I'd say. Yeah, I tried hard, sweating my ass off. Yeah, decent time to show for it. So just have to see how the other riders did on the day. For the predicted winning time was like predicted time for me was like on spin data was 20 minutes 50 seconds, and then the winner for me being in second place, and then predicted for the winner was 20 minutes and 20 seconds. So yeah, just have to see how the other people do, see if I can get the win or even get a podium, because there could be someone who's in really good form who shows up on the day, and like these are hard conditions, but like there could always be someone who has a blinder today. So we'll just have to see. Have some water now. God, such a moron. Oh, I'll give myself 7 minutes to get to the start that I don't know where it is. Fucking dickhead. We're done now though. They let me race, that's the main thing. Told this by someone I was talking to in the village hall, but like the road at the start is so lumpy and bad. Then the road is perfectly smooth, and then it's bumpy at the end before the roundabout, fast roundabout, and then bumpy road for a bit. You're back on the smooth road, and then finishing on some lumpy road. So I hit some like bad chunks of road because I've got my head properly buried in. Much better head position this week, as I've been working on that a lot. So happy with that. Just cool down on the rollers a little bit. Pack the car now. Just head to the village hall and thank the marshal in lieu of my stupidity. Also forgot to shout my number when I went across the line again. I'm so gassed that I there's no way I can. Came third overall. Bit interesting. So I had the fastest time of 20:08. But because I was 30 seconds late to the start, they kept telling me 30 seconds, and I thought they were going to set me off. I think they set me off 30 seconds later as like an offset, just so they know. But they kept telling me 30 seconds because that was the time penalty that they'd add to my time, basically. So they set me off like 5 minutes later so that they could set me off at a structured time. But because I was 30 seconds late to the start, that was the penalty they gave me. So it was 20:08 plus 30 seconds. And that 30 seconds meant that I hopped from having the fastest time to the third fastest time. Winner did like 20:18. Second place had like 20:37 or something, so but it squeaked into third place. So that's a bit funny. But yeah, obviously it was my cock up, so still happy they let me race and gave me an official time, really. So can't be too annoyed about that. And like first official podium, I guess. But yeah, have something, and on a day where I wasn't feeling amazing for it, like. And it was a good training, and still a PB by like 45 seconds or something compared to the horrible ride we had a few weeks ago. But yeah. I'm never doing that again. I'm gonna overthink everything so that I make it to the start perfect. I know exactly where the start is, and I make it on time. Thing is, if I do a 10 miler, it'll be the same. The next 10 miler I do is going to be the same course, so at least I'll know exactly where I'm going. But whenever I'm doing a new course, I need to suss out exactly what's going on. And if I don't know what's going on, I need to email the organisers beforehand just to double check everything. Because stupid cock up today, but like it's just a club race at the end of the day, and doesn't take away from the fact that I did like a solid effort for me. So yeah. I deserve stick for it. I'm a moron. In case you're wondering, yes, I do feel like a bit of a twat for what happened. So stupid, man. I'm such a knobhead. Conspiracy theorists will think I did this deliberately for a clickbait YouTube thumbnail, when in reality I'm just a fucking idiot. Morning guys, Saturday, gonna get out on the bike. It's a lovely day, and just do 2.5 hours, zone 2-ish I reckon, but keep it flat because only got one on the road bike at the moment. New helmet,
So I've adjusted it, so it's feeling relatively comfortable. But yeah, see what that's like. I think I might be. If I'm feeling good, very phlegmy, but the tightness in the throat is gone. So I'm hoping that I've kicked this illness for good. And I'm just on the tail end symptoms of it, and I didn't make it worse yesterday by racing. And then if I'm feeling good tomorrow, I'll actually get out and do like a TT threshold session outside, and use that as an opportunity to do some course recon of a 25 miler that I've got coming up at the end of April. So yeah, get out and enjoy nice weather. Nice ride that. Did some cornering practice at the end as well. Yeah, bit of chest, even though my heart rate is nice and low, nice and under control. Yeah, a little bit of chestiness coming to the surface. So definitely be careful over the next couple of days to try and kick this. Yeah, I don't think I doubt I'll be in really good shape to do a session tomorrow, so I'll just scrap that off and just do another easy ride, I reckon. I know it was a risk racing yesterday, but hopefully I haven't made things too bad. So yeah, I mean I feel all right, but yeah, I'm definitely not 100%. So wanna get to the stage where I'm back to normal. Hi guys, Sunday. As I mentioned yesterday, I wasn't feeling amazing. Definitely feeling much better today, but I don't know if it's partly mental as well. But yeah, just don't want to do anything silly, so just doing 2 hours easy today, and hoping to get back to doing some sessions next week, and then racing Saturday and Sunday next week. We're planning on doing so. Yeah, no need to overcook it today, so just keeping the legs spinning. Repaired the latex tube I exploded the night before the race. Just managed to put a patch on it and it's holding air, which is nice. Another hour, top it up to 2 hours, and then Easter Sunday with the family, so that'll be nice. Nice easy 2 hours to end the week. Really not, obviously being a little bit ill, if I need the extra rest, I need the extra rest. Like, I'm not going to get too concerned about it, and with the big block of racing that I've got planned coming up, so got a couple of weeks easy and then 12 weeks of solid racing, like I don't want to be suffering before that block, so taking it steady now is definitely the safer option, and yeah, plenty of time to pick up the intensity and the volume over the rest of the season. I think it's really good that I'm not getting impatient with results. Like I'm not falling into the trap of doing the early season races and thinking, I need to be up there, I need to be winning these. Yeah, I'm constantly thinking about the bigger picture of where I want to be in the summer, and smashing the miles early on now, for me, I think has the risk of being detrimental, where I could have that burnout. So the fact that I'm taking it steadier now, I think is definitely the right call, just to limit the risk of that happening, and yeah, just feeling very confident about my ability to grow from here and continue progressing over the course of the season, in terms of skills, definitely, but even in terms of raw physical ability, just the power I'm able to produce for every single effort, really. And yeah, just constantly thinking about, okay, what's this 12 week block during the spring going to be looking like, and then also my training box leading up to CTC Nationals, and the sort of performance that I want to be doing there. So yeah, just looking forward to the spring and the summer, where I'll be able to get out. Hopefully I'll have my bike fixed in the next few weeks. I don't know what's happening with that. It's taken a while. Blame Shimano. And yeah, I'm sure during the spring and the summer I'm just going to be absolutely wanting to smash the miles, and then I can be like, okay, we can, we can do this. Up the intensity, up the volume, and get like have that room to get to like that real peak fitness. Whereas now it's literally just like building on the foundations that I've spent the last 6 months doing. So just like all that zone 2 work I've done, and it's like, okay, I've got that all in the bank, and now it's like, okay, being really steady with really getting consistent threshold work done, getting efficient in the TT position, not touching much VO2 max. Obviously I've been working on my sprinting, but not touching VO2 max stuff to get my numbers peaking, because I don't want them to be peaking. I want to continue to progress nicely over the course of the year. So yeah, very happy with where my training's going, really, even if I've had a few setbacks. So
these last 2 weeks, my training's been a bit down, and I've missed some sessions because after the crash, I took a few days just to ease back into riding, and then this week I've been a bit ill, and hopefully kicking that out of my system, and I'll be fine next week. But yeah, just listening to my body and giving myself that extra lenience, and next couple of weeks I'll taking those easy before this big racing blocks. I'm being quite measured, but I think it's a good approach to have, so I'm happy with that.